Good afternoon and happy Saturday to you. Dr. Preston Winfrey here, and I'm feeling fine. I'm in my right mind, reasonable portion of health and strength. I know my name, I know my age, I know my address, I know the difference between my left and my right, up and down. I am blessed. And I thank the Lord for His grace and for His goodness and for one more day. How about you? Are you grateful? Are you thankful? I mean, deep in your heart, are you thankful that the Lord has done what He's done for you? Isn't He good? Yeah, He's good, I know. Right, all the time, and all the time He's good. But so much more than that, He's a great God. And I love Him, and I'm so thankful for all that He has done, all that He continues to do, and all that He will do. Eyes have not seen, ears haven't heard, and neither has it entered the hearts of men, women, boys, or girls. What great things the Lord will do for those who love Him. And you know what? He's even good to those who do not love Him. Now think how much more of a blessing it is to you when your soul loves the Lord. Well, I hope that you've had a great week. I've had a great week, a great day. Much has been accomplished. And when I look back over my shoulders, I just can't help but live in gratitude because the Lord has been just that great in my life. Well, today I want to talk about the best of your situation. Make the best of your situation. Now, I don't know what your situation looks like. I've seen some other situations, and sometimes, you know, when I think that I've got a situation that is, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. I wish I didn't have to see it. But when I take the time to look at someone else's situation from my perspective, I say, oh yes, Lord, thank you that my situation is what it is. You know, in life, everyone will have situations. It doesn't matter what your name is, your rank, your serial number. It doesn't matter where you live, what side of the street you're on, rich, poor, educated, illiterate, black, white, purple, green. It doesn't matter. Everyone has to deal with situations. Some situations, you know, we met when we came into the world. It took us some time, of course, because, you know, when you're born, someone is doing for you, feeding you and nurturing you and raising you. But eventually, you live, you come into an age of accountability, and you start to see some things for yourself and you say, wow, how in the world did this happen? And how does that happen? And you try and navigate through some of your situations. Some situations are good, and of course the good situations, we always want to sustain those. We don't want them to leave. We don't want them to stop. No ending. But the truth is, some good things come to a close, right? But listen, some bad things also come to an end. And we're always glad for that, you know. No one really wants to deal with bad situations, but they do come. So some situations we met, right, coming into this world. You know, the complexion of your skin, you know, whether you're male or female, Some came with disabilities. Some came and seemingly they were all right. What's your situation today? You know, some situations, they've been aimed at us strategically. Pardon me. And because they were aimed at us, we didn't like it, and they hit us. Sometimes they hit us where we wish they didn't hit us. But as a result, some of them caused us to grow bitter. Have you run into some people who are just bitter? They're bitter at life, bitter seemingly with everyone, and bitter with people who never did anything to hurt or harm them. They're just bitter. You know, and I was always taught, treat people better than you feel. You may feel crummy, but don't treat people crummy just because you feel that way. Those are your feelings, and others are not really responsible for your feelings and how you feel, how you process things. No one is responsible for the thoughts that you ponder and hold on to, and especially when those thoughts are negative thoughts. So what do you do when things are aimed at you? As a result, you get bitter, but is that really the solution? No, now you have an additional problem. It's pretty much like the person who says, I've got problems, so I think I'll go and get drunk. Great, let me know how that works for you. So you go and you get drunk, only to discover when you wake up in the morning, you have an additional problem. You have a hangover, and your problem is still there. So that wasn't anything that actually helped you. It just made things come to a standstill, but it's still there. So other situations that, you know, hit us, we're not always responsible for. But what about those situations that came to us and were painful? And we said, oh, why? Why me, right? You asked that question. I know you have. That's normal. So don't think that there's something abnormally wrong with you. We all entertain those thoughts. Secretly, we want to know, why me? Why am I being picked out? And then when we run out of people to ask, we kind of sort of look up towards heaven and say, hey, what's going on? You can find anyone else to throw this thing on? Yeah. But sometimes those trials, they come into our lives to make us stronger. How many times have you become a better person? You become stronger, you become wiser as a result of something that was so very, very painful. It happens. Some great things can come out of pain and agony. You know, I think about our Lord Jesus, who agonized in the Garden of Gethsemane that Monday, Thursday. And he sweated as though there were great drops of blood. And he cried out to his Father saying, can this cup pass from me? Whoa. The angels gave him strength. And then he later on said, nevertheless, not as I will, but thy will be done. Yeah, sometimes those situations can be painful. I mean, excruciatingly painful. And what do? Are you going to lash out at everyone? Or maybe that's a good time to say, well, you know what? While I'm down here, while I'm aching, while I'm hurting, let me see if I can learn what this was about. What can I get out of this thing that's going to help me to go and get better? So some situations, though painful, they are meant to make you better. There's a passage that says, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love the Lord, to them who are the called according to his purpose. So sometimes we just have to accept the situations, even though we may not like it. Accept it and ask the Lord for guidance and directions. Lord, give me what I need to get through this situation. So no matter what your situation looks like today, I want to encourage you to always be intentional, aim higher. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know, it's because it's not always worth it. Don't sweat it. Just make up in your mind that, hey, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to do this. You know, it's like paying a bill. Who loves paying bills? We don't mind paying bills when we have the money to pay those bills. But I don't know anyone who just loves to pay bills, who just go out and say, listen, are there any bills out here I can pay? Give me something to do. Give me something. No, we don't do that. So no matter what your situation is like, I want to encourage you to always, and I do mean always, aim higher. Make up in your mind, I'm going to look past that situation. Some situations that are caused, look past it if you can, and when you can. And it starts with trying to. You have to try to look past some things. Sometimes you have to look past people, right? Sometimes the people right there trying to block you. You have to be able to see through people, see over them, see beside them, see underneath them, and make up in your mind, I'm not going to let you take me down. I'm not going out this way. You got to be intentional in your thinking, no matter what your situation looks like. And sometimes what it looks like is not what it is. And quite the opposite. Sometimes nothing may appear when it could really be something that is gigantic. So aim higher. Quit sweating the small stuff. I think about Paul and Silas. You remember they were in town and they were running revival. And this woman came up and started telling people, these men are here to tell us the way of salvation. And I mean, they became so infuriated with this woman because she had a demon in her. And it wasn't the woman talking, it was the demon in her. But they finally rebuked that demon that was in the woman. And this woman now no longer has that demon in her. And her magistrates, right, her bosses, her supervisors, those who were making money off of what she was able to do, they became so upset that they had Paul and Silas arrested. And you're going to find that in the 16th chapter of the book of Acts. So they were beat, thrown in prison, and their situation was bad. Here they are on lockdown. Lockdown, I tell you. And something happened. At midnight, they looked at their situation and decided, we're not going to trip out. What we're going to do is just have a praise party. And so they start singing hymns to the Lord and worshiping the Lord. And can I tell you, there's power when you learn to worship the Lord. You don't have to wait for the battle to end. You can just worship the Lord. You can shout now. In other words, listen, don't let anyone rob you of your joy. Don't let anyone rob you of your hopes. Don't let anyone tell you that you're insignificant and that you cannot make it. Don't let people tell you you don't matter. You just let it, listen, go in one ear and come out the other ear. Know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And when God created you, God didn't say, oops, what was I thinking? No, that never happened. God loved you so much that he gave his only begotten Son to redeem you. And the Son of God gave his life on Calvary, suffered, bled, and died for us. And one day he's going to return for all of those who love him. And so I want to encourage you today, whatever your situation or your situations are, make the best of it. Make the best of your situation. Don't go through another day, week, month, year complaining and upset. You don't give people the authority to anger you and make you upset. So learn how to look past some folk. And then some folk, you do well not to even look in their direction, because that can help you to grow to a place where you say, wait a minute, let me just put things in their proper perspective. First things first. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, bodies, and strength. And the second is like the first. Love your neighbor as you do yourself. So no matter what your situation is, I would encourage you, aim higher. You cannot buy friends. Those who love you will love you. And those who despise you will despise you. Whatever you do, make the best out of your situation, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean to your own understanding, but in all your ways, in all of your ways, acknowledge the Lord. And you know what he's going to do, don't you? He will direct your path. God, who is faithful, he promises, I'll bring you through. Doesn't matter when you go through the water, the flood, it won't overflow you. You go through the fire, it won't burn you, because I'm with you. Let me ask you a question. Won't he do it? Won't he pick up your bowed down head? Hasn't he done it before? Then you should be the first one to tell the Lord, thank you. Thank you for redeeming me. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the gift of another chance, another day, and another moment right here to get it together. Listen, may the Lord bless you real good. And before I let you go today, I just want to say how very thankful I am to those of you who purchased ads. The window for that has definitely closed. Window for the banquet tickets, we have a handful of tickets left. And I would say, do not delay. Do not delay. That banquet will be on the 18th of this month. Can you believe it? I recall when we started way back in January, and now here we are in the month of October. And so the banquet will be on the 18th, and I know that I'm going to see your face in the place. And then moving fast forward to the month of November, there will be 3 events, 2 leading up to my retirement. And the first one is going to be the celebration of this year's servant. That's going to be featured with a roast and toast. And that's going to take place at Pioneer Missionary Baptist Church. That's going to be on Friday, November the 14th. And then Saturday, November the 15th. That's going to be a day that we're going to have ladies first play and reception. This has been put together by one of my daughters, Dr. Yashika Tippett, and they're inviting you to this ladies first play and reception. That's going to be for the culminating weekend celebration featuring a special play and luncheon in honor of my one wife, my spare, my main rib. She will be honored, and that's going to take place on November the 15th at 2 o'clock p.m. The location is going to be 3630 South Wales Street. That's in Chicago. And you don't want to miss that. The admission for this event is $20, and it will be $20 well spent. And then that was the 17th. Wait a minute, did I miss something? It looked like I missed something. The roast and toast is going to be the 15th. The ladies' luncheon is going to be the 16th. And that Saturday, oh boy, Friday, Saturday, let's try it again. Friday the 14th is going to be the roast and toast. That will take place at the church. On Saturday, that's going to be the ladies' luncheon. And then on Sunday, we will be back at Pioneer for the culmination of all things. We are looking forward to a great celebration as we retire. I'm so thankful again to the Lord first, then to the people of God, Pioneer family, for their love, their trust, and for their patience with me over these years. And then I'm so thankful to my lovely wife, who has been with me for much of this journey. And she has served well, and she has served faithfully. So as we prepare now to step down from that aspect of ministry, we simply will be stepping into the next phase of ministry. And once again, I covet your prayers, and I know that God is going to do exceedingly abundantly above whatever I can ask or think. Okay, so until next time, may the Lord bless you, and you. Remember, tickets, money for those banquet tickets are going to be turned in on this Monday. And so anyone who is not paid will be on standby if it's their desire. Alrighty. Until then, may God keep you and may He strengthen you. And that's my prayer, my beloved.